Welcome back to Bobby King's Iraqi Dinar News. Today, we're diving into some huge updates straight from Iraq. Isn't that interesting? Prime Minister al-Sudani was overheard saying that they plan to complete the Iraqi Dinar revaluation by Victory Day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me as we uncover more on these monumental developments. You don't want to miss what's coming next. In a remarkable comment overheard by members of Iraq's Parliamentary Finance Committee, Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani reportedly stated that Iraq's planned currency revaluation would be completed by Victory Day, December 10. This announcement, heard from various parliamentary sources, has stirred anticipation and speculation. The urgency in al-Sudani's words suggests that Iraq's financial system is undergoing an intense transformation, with significant implications not just for the country's economy, but also for the international markets that interact with it. While this is a story of economic ambition, it's part of a larger picture of Iraq's economic revitalization, driven by key projects like the Grand Fou Port. The statement that raised eyebrows, revaluation plans, and December 10 the comment by Prime Minister al-Sudani. We plan to have the revaluation completed, everything done by Victory Day, which is December 10, has set off a wave of excitement and curiosity within financial and political circles. The context of the statement matters. Al-Sudani was speaking in the context of Iraq's ambitious economic reforms, particularly the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, a long-awaited and highly anticipated move that has been the subject of much speculation in the financial world. Revaluation is a process by which a country's currency is adjusted upward in value against other currencies. For Iraq, a country rich in oil reserves but historically plagued by economic instability, the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar could be a game-changer. The comment from the Prime Minister implies that Iraq is pushing for a dramatic shift in its currency and broader economic strategy. But the mention of Victory Day, a national holiday commemorating Iraq's resilience and sovereignty, adds another layer of significance to the timeline. It suggests that the government has set a firm target date for the completion of this monumental task, creating a sense of urgency within the financial world. If the revaluation is to be finished by December 10, there is little time for delays, signaling that the Iraqi government must move quickly to meet its goal. Key players in the revaluation plan. Iraq's Parliamentary Finance Committee has heard these comments firsthand, with some members acknowledging that the timeframe seems aggressive but achievable, provided certain economic conditions are met. The Prime Minister's office, along with the Central Bank of Iraq, will be at the center of these efforts, coordinating with international financial institutions, such as the International Monetary Fund and World Bank, to ensure the revaluation is done smoothly. If successful, the currency revaluation would be a critical step towards stabilizing Iraq's financial system, boosting investor confidence, and improving the country's global economic standing. Iraq's economic reforms. A larger strategy for growth. Al-Sudani's comment about completing the currency revaluation by December 10 fits within a larger narrative of economic reforms that have been underway in Iraq for several years. Under his leadership, Iraq has been working toward reducing its dependency on oil revenue, modernizing its financial institutions, and diversifying its economic base. These reforms are intended to make Iraq's economy more resilient and attractive to international investors. One major initiative has been the push for digital financial systems and increased use of electronic banking. This is in part due to the government's desire to bring transparency to Iraq's financial dealings and to reduce corruption. In a country where cash transactions have traditionally dominated, the shift toward electronic payments is seen as essential for modernizing the economy. Additionally, Prime Minister al-Sudani's government has been working to improve fiscal governance by addressing issues of corruption and mismanagement that have long plagued Iraq's financial sector. One of the key targets is the reform of the Central Bank of Iraq's currency auction system, which has often been a point of contention due to concerns over misuse of foreign exchange reserves. Al-Sudani's efforts to centralize and control these auctions are seen as a necessary step in ensuring the success of the planned revaluation. The Grand Fou Port, a symbol of Iraq's economic resurgence. While the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar dominates headlines, there is another major project underway that could serve as a cornerstone for Iraq's long-term economic stability: the Grand Fou Port. This project, which is said to be the largest and most ambitious in the history of Iraq, will fundamentally reshape the country's role in global trade. The Grand Fou Port, which is now officially open, has the potential to be a game-changer for Iraq's economy. The port, located on the Persian Gulf, is being developed to accommodate the world's largest cargo ships. These massive vessels require deep water ports to safely navigate, and the Grand Fou Port is specifically designed to meet this demand. Once completed, the port will have the capacity to handle 90 berths, making it not only the largest port in Iraq but also the biggest in the entire Middle East. The first 5 berths of the Grand Fou Port are already operational, signaling that the project is moving forward at a fast pace. While there is still a lot of work to be done, particularly in terms of infrastructure and logistics, the opening of the first phase is a significant milestone. The deep water capabilities of the port make it an attractive hub for international shipping companies, further bolstering Iraq's position in the global trade network. Strategic importance of the port. The Grand Fou Port is more than just a transportation hub. It represents Iraq's growing influence in global trade. As the country seeks to diversify its economy beyond oil, the port will play a pivotal role in fostering new trade relationships and attracting foreign investment. Iraq's location, at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa, gives it a strategic advantage in global logistics and trade. Once fully operational, the port will serve as a gateway for goods moving in and out of the Middle East, boosting trade not only with neighboring countries but also with Europe and Asia. This is expected to create thousands of jobs, generate substantial revenue, and significantly improve Iraq's infrastructure. The port's development also positions Iraq to capitalize on the ongoing trend of global trade diversification, which is making many countries rethink traditional shipping routes. The convergence of economic plans, currency revaluation and the Grand Fou Port. When we look at the economic reforms and large-scale projects that Iraq is currently pursuing, it becomes clear that the currency revaluation and the Grand Fou Port are part of a broader vision for the country's future. These initiatives are designed to work in tandem, creating a more stable and attractive economic environment for both domestic and international stakeholders. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is seen as a necessary step to boost investor confidence and create a more stable currency that will reflect the true value of Iraq's economic potential. The success of this revaluation will likely depend on the successful execution of key infrastructure projects like the Grand Fou Port, which will enhance Iraq's trade and economic activity. By positioning itself as a major player in global trade through projects like the Grand Fou Port, Iraq is sending a message to the world. It is ready to take its place on the global stage as a modern, diversified economy. This, in turn, will support the government's efforts to ensure the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is seen as a reflection of the country's renewed economic strength. Please subscribe my channel and support me. You guys have a great day. Thank you.